Today we're going to eat enchiladas here in La Casa de los Azulejos or the House of Tiles. Remember that in my last video I told you that this building has been here for almost 300 years. It is next to where Moctezuma Zoo used to be, and it was a house of a count in Mexico in 1735. But you can already find that story in the video that I leave you in the description. Today we are going to explore the House of Tiles. First we're going to have a breakfast where the patio of this house used to be. The atmosphere is totally classic and colonial. Even the menu has this picture of the Mexican Revolution times. You can find fish, burgers, but the traditional dish in here is enchiladas. Swiss enchiladas to make exactly, and you can find them in a package with coffee and juice. The enchiladas have arrived, and I am sure you're wondering why the waitress is dressed like that.
Es por las tehuanas de Oaxaca, esa es de Puebla y el huipil es de Nayarit.
Swiss enchiladas are prepared with tortilla stuffed with shredded chicken baked in a chili cream with manchego cheese. As a garnish, they bring you beans with tortilla chips and bread with butter. Oh, I really love the waitress's outfit. And all of them are very friendly. Alright, they have arrived in Swiss enchiladas. They look delicious. We are going to taste them. We have beans, we have some bread, and of course the traditional coffee of Samborns. So we're going to taste it. This is one of the first dishes that started in Samborns, in this restaurant. And Porfirio Diaz used to have a breakfast in here every Sunday and some meetings, some official meetings in here. So it's very, very traditional of Mexico to have a breakfast or a meal or maybe a dinner in here. But for me the cutest one, it's in the morning for breakfast. And here are the Swiss enchiladas, and we're going to taste them. So wish me luck.
And we all say, hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, of course. That's why it's the traditional dish in here. Let's taste the beans, and you can have with some bread in here. Put it. Sorry for my manners. The bread have some butter. It's very cute. Wow. Well, we're going to have a tour over the house, and we're going to know since when it was built and which persons have lived in here during our history. So stay with us and subscribe if you like. We are here in La Casa de los Azulejos in Mexico City. I must admit that during my stay, I saw delicious dishes passing by such as fish, seafood, broths, burritos, enchiladas, chilaquiles, in short, many things. Remember that in my YouTube channel, you will find delicious and traditional Mexican dishes and the restaurants for eating. I'm not the best at manners, but I'm the best at eating. And after paying the bill, now it's time to explore. Who wants to go to the first floor? This place is very inclusive and it has a very classic elevator, but they told me that in the stairs we're going to find a surprise. Remember that the counts of the Valley of Orizaba continue living in the old palace, and on the 4th of December 1828, during the riots and the stores of the Acordada, a government official, Manuel Palacios, entered the House of Tales at the moment when Count Diego Suarez de Peredo was descending the staircase. The count was stabbed to death by Palacios. And 100 years after this murder, in 1925, Francisco Iturbide had this enormous mural painted by the master José Clemente Orozco. Priceless work of art that today must cost a few $100s. This place really have this energy, this magic, or perhaps it's just the height of the ceiling. But I really felt like in a classic movie. It makes me remind to my favorite twink forever. Okay, Marco, let's back to the reality. There are even tiles on the ceiling that have withstood earthquakes. But now I'm going to show you the view of the patio from the first floor. You can stay here for many hours and you can explore every inch of this house. Really, all the details are amazing. I just can't believe that in here used to live people. The cons by be exactly. Imagine these people sleeping, eating, living in these big rooms. Without electricity, no drainage, cell phone or internet. What a beautiful age, illuminated by chandeliers, but with a beautiful view from its balconies through the streets of the downtown of Mexico City. Remember that all this land were underwater, and only this road, which is currently called Madero and is still aligned with the sun, took you to the center of Tenochtitlan at that time. When the Spanish arrived here and transformed it into New Spain, they dried up this territory, which is where the Moctezuma Zoo used to be, and they gave it into the Franciscans to build their temple. But that story, it's in the video that I leave you in the description. Every Sunday morning, there are usually a buffet, and these bars are full of food. But just look at the pictures that I find in this room. And this is how Samborns used to see 100 years ago, and you can find the whole story in this. It's in Spanish and in English, and you can know all the history of La Casa de los Azulejos. Here's a photograph of the first cars in Mexico City, and from the first photographs of the cafeteria, and our rogue and super handsome Emiliano Zapata, who was also part of the LGBTQ community, but that will be in another video. Reforma Avenue, a few years before the Metrobus and the high traffic. It's amazing how many generations of Mexicans this house has received. The food is good, but mariachis prefer going the bar. Merci, mes amis, et voilà, la piña colada. Uy, las piñas coladas. Just imagine coming with the delicious night weather of Mexico City. These balconies, this piano, and I insist, the height of the ceilings and these chandeliers, anyone could become l'amour de ma vie. Just falling in love with a mariachi from Mexico City. I don't know. Everything has happened in this house. Murders, floods, concerts, proposals. Maybe a kiss could happen. And now we are only missing the ground floor and the outside of the House of the Tales. All around the house you can buy many stuffs like cigarettes, toys, chocolates, clocks, many things. And something that really caught my attention is that depending on how old the client is the section of the house that he chooses to eat in. The House of Tiles is truly a classic and is visited by people from all over the world through the year. And now just to finish, we are going out there. We are just one block from Bellas Artes Palace, and in this place it's very safe at any time of the day. So you can walk through, and even if you want to have your meal or your dinner or your breakfast in the outside, we have these tables in here. Go to explore my YouTube channel to learn how to use the Metrobus and to know more places like La Casa de los Azulejos. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I invite you to listen my music in YouTube and Spotify. Find me as Marko Macias and my new single, Aires del Mayab. ¡Viva México!